House music has been around in England for decades and is the soundtrack to many people's weekends and has evolved a huge fan base. However, in recent years the industry has started to be in peril with a large number of record labels going out of business because they aren't making enough money from the genre. With the rise of digital music distribution, this means anyone can sell music around the world without a record label deal. So what must people do to work in the industry to make money? To investigate, I, Yasmin Benalla, went out to ask, how must you survive in the house music industry? I went out to Birmingham to speak to the general manager of Bloc, a house music label in Birmingham. He spoke to me about his role in the house music industry.
Bloc started off as a club event and done several events around Birmingham. Gatecrasher, also the Code nightclub, which used to be home of God's Kitchen, and also Rainbow Warehouse. And from that, it stemmed from just a few friends with the love of music wanted to create more out of what we do, and it just stemmed from actually knowing other producers and DJs, and then we thought, not just doing the events, we want to maybe help produce the music as well and get more artists involved, and that's where Bottomless Records come out. With what we do with Bottomless Records, we wanted it to be all-encompassing, we wanted to have more than just an event and a label, so we're trying to get into representing artists as well. But the major thing was actually finding new artists in the scene from Birmingham, and it's been hard because there's not many DJs out there that produce, and that's what we want other producers. We found a few, the Contraband development, so that's good. But in terms of the actual getting into the scene, it is really hard. I mean, for me, it's actually the promotion side of things. So you have to do your own event basically, and then that's when you'll get to know all the DJs, the producers, booking them, and then that led to us getting music from them for the label.
Jade Marie is a house music DJ and former nightclub dancer in Birmingham. I also wanted to find out her views on house music industry and how she saw the industry evolving.
What do you think of the house music industry nowadays?
It's good. It's a bit too commercial now. But no, it's good. I mean, I've been DJing for about 2 years professionally, so I still feel like a newbie, really. So I've got a lot to learn, I think.
How has music being sold online affected you?
It's good for me, really. It makes it a lot easier for me to download songs and things. No, I think it's a good thing, really. Definitely, especially because you can pick and choose and you haven't got to pay as much for like one single. You can pay like £2 instead of like £4, or you haven't got to buy an album that's filled with loads of rubbish tunes even though you only want like 4 or 5. I can just literally pick the best ones, do it, they're there, put them straight onto my iTunes or on a CD. It depends why they're making their music, I think, because you get some who want to do it just because, like, for them just someone to play their tune is amazing, where people just want money from it. And like the people who, like, I know quite a lot of producers and they're just happy with people playing the tune, they'll just give it away, give it to loads of people, whereas some will only give it to a select few and then you have to buy it. So I suppose it just, I don't know, it depends really. Like, I'm making one with a producer in a few weeks and I'd just be happy to, I'm not going to sell it, I'd just be happy to, because it's my first one, I'll just give it to as many people. Just hearing it out would be, like, amazing.
Development are signed to Bloc Beatz record label and have released their own house track online that they're hoping to make some money to help them continue their careers.
We're basically house and bass producers, and we produce our own beats, i.e. on Ableton, and we make our own tracks, get stems off record labels, i.e. Bloc Beatz, and we just create our own, put our own fix on it.
Give you a development twist.
That's it. Development sort of style. I think you just need to knuckle down, keep making tracks, get yourself out there, promotion, make sure you try and put your own twist on tracks, don't be plain old simple
Yeah, I know. Go for your own style,
try and find your own
sound, that's what we're trying to do at the minute.
Try and get our own style and hopefully get us out there.
Richard Chapman is a veteran DJ of 10 years and has seen the house music industry evolve into what it is today. I wanted to ask his opinion on what he thinks has changed and what people need to do to survive.
I would say for somebody that wants to actually sell music as in a business, it's probably a lot easier now to do it, because you haven't got to go through printing, pressing, you haven't got to go through a distributor or warehousing and all that complicated stuff which you would need, contracts and all the complicated bits that go with that. So now you have one online distributor, and you can send your music to them that you want to release for a particular artist, and they will distribute it to you across the world, 50, 60, 70, 100 plus online digital download stores. So it's a lot simpler. The market's kind of flooded, basically. So you've got your major players still. So you've got your kind of big major labels, sort of Sony, BMG, Universal, etc. But there's a plethora of small labels like ourselves that kind of want to do it because we love doing it. So it's difficult for us to kind of build a following, basically, because the market's so highly populated with lots and lots of small labels, with releasing lots and lots of smaller artists that are unknown, unheard of. So yeah, it is a difficult space to kind of get into. So. Record label now, previously you'd try and get the best artists, and you would get your record distributed to the popular record stores. DJs would automatically go to those stores and sit and trawl through crates and crates of records trying to find the perfect one that they want. Their mates then couldn't buy because they had the only copy of it. It was a white label, it was a promo or something like that. So now you're at the other end of the spectrum where it's accessible to everybody. So there is no tune that nobody else can't get anymore. So for us to make money in that kind of environment, you have to do the whole online marketing package. You have to really promote your brand heavily. You have to do loads of networking with lots of different people. You have to get as many people involved like yourselves into the brand to bring everybody in. And the more heads that you have, the wider the network is, basically. And then the more word of mouth spreads. So there's that aspect of it. Then there's the online marketing side of it. So there's obviously the social media, the Facebook, the Twitter, the YouTube, and all that sort of stuff. So I think some brilliant examples of a guy called Jamal that was on the Google advert fairly recently that released a Tractor song. And he did all this stuff on YouTube, and now he's got a massive label.
The house music industry is extremely competitive, and from the people I've spoken to who are involved in the industry, it seems the only way to be successful in it is if you have the sheer passion and drive. They've devoted their lives to house music in order to succeed. You cannot just see it as a way to make music from the record buying public, but hope that the passion for creating music can inspire people to make their own, and not just to make money, but also ensure the survival of the genre.